Hello and welcome to KDEL's 2026 PMP certification information. I'm Dr. KD Ewulu. I'll be working with you today. This is a brief informational, basically letting us know exactly what KDEL has in store for us in the year 2026. So I will go ahead and begin. We have a very short time. So I'll go ahead and begin. So I'm Dr. KD Ewulu, lead coach at KD Leadership, and this is me welcoming you to KDEL's infomercial on the PMP certification. Now, I'm Dr. KD Ewulu, PMI authorized training instructor, and as a lead coach at KDE Leadership, we as KDE Leadership actually are PMI authorized training partners. Now, the PMP is the top project management credential in the world. Everybody knows that. And the PMP, of course, is an acronym for Project Management Professional. Now, regardless of your corporate sector, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's health, whether it's design, construction, hospitality, finance, information technology, corporate leadership, or education, whatever it is, the PMP is a relevant and valuable addition to your credentials. Now, I have in attendance today captains of industry from just all walks of life. I've got VPs and CEOs, I've got COOs, leaders and business owners have graced us today. Some of my project management colleagues, I see you registered, architects and engineers, people in my profession, heads of administration, heads of operations are all here, nonprofit leaders, directors, mortgage specialists, HR directors and specialists, coaches, of which I'm one, healthcare executives are here as well, principals of firms, brokers and financial experts, college campus chiefs, investors, to mention just a few. Having said that, I'll go ahead and more or less say, what is this event for? Why are we here? This event is set up strictly for project managers seeking global recognition and certification. PMOs, that's an acronym for project management organizations, wishing to train their project leaders and get them credentialed as PMPs. We also have corporate leaders who want to develop their program and project leaders and get them credentialed so they can have the recognition and international prestige that comes with being PMPs. Having said that, we also have experienced PM practitioners who are seeking their requisite certifications to prove their expertise, to improve their earnings, and to get promoted. So let's go ahead and look at some of these as we move forward, okay? I want to start by sharing the value of the PMP to your organization. Now, in the current global reality of short staffing and high productivity, demands from leaders of organizations are just spiraling, just growing in leaps and bounds. The PMP equips you or your team members to do the following: to achieve efficiencies, to do more with fewer resources, including your personnel, to be more structured during the planning and execution of projects and programs, and of course, to meet and exceed stakeholder expectations. These are some of the values of the PMP to your organization. Now, the value of the PMP to you personally and professionally includes some of these. when you achieve the PMP credential, you stand out from the crowd of leaders, of decision makers, and program practitioners. That is without doubt. And how is that? Research has shown that on average, PMPs are paid up to 36% more, and they are more marketable should they desire to get a new job. Now, you're more visible as well, and therefore you're trusted with more valuable projects within your organization. And then, of course, you receive deserved recognition and respect from your bosses, peers, and subordinates. Now, there's some common challenges to achieving the PMP. Of course, we all know that nothing good comes easy. And with regards to the PMP credential, nothing great comes without great challenges. So, what do PMP aspirants express as challenges to obtaining the PMP credential? What obstacles do they encounter? Some of them say that the process is convoluted and confusing. Others say it is expensive. And yet others say it is time-consuming. And then, of course, most importantly, others have experienced the inconvenience to their schedules, to their work schedules, to their family schedules, the work-life balance. These are all challenges that PMP aspirants experience. So let's look at some common myths right now, some of the things that basically we tend to assume, okay? Some say, when they say that the process is convoluted and confusing, prerequisites to qualify to take the exam in the first instance include the following: a secondary school degree or high school diploma or associate's degree or the global equivalent, with at least 60 months of project management experience and 35 hours of project management education. Or if you have a 4-year degree, a bachelor's degree or the global equivalent, then you're looking at least 36 months of project management experience and 35 hours of project management education. And as you can see on your screen there, for more information on the process, you can go to the PMI website on the URL at the bottom of the screen, pmi.org/certificates/certification, okay, resources and process. Let me repeat that again. You can go to pmi.org/certifications/certification, resources/process. You're going to get a lot more information as you go there. The second common myth that I mentioned earlier is that it's time-consuming. What do we mean by this? There are 4,800 hours of verified, signed-off project management experience, if you have a 4-year degree, of course, and 7,500 hours of the same verified, signed-off project management experience if you only have a 2-year degree or a high school diploma or a secondary school living certificate. 35 hours of project management education. This means 3 to 5 years of verified project management experience. The third myth is it's expensive. Training fees from authorized training partners range up to $900. Study resources from external sources range up to $3,000. The PM experience ranging from 4,500 to 7,500 hours and 35 contact hours equal. And this equals at least $3,500 plus 3 to 5 years of verifiable project management experience. Another common myth is it is inconvenient to their schedules. It requires more after-work hours of study, infringes on our work-life balance, might take longer than 3 years to meet all the prerequisites. Documentation of prerequisites will require some time. Having said that, I've got a few mythbusters for you. What is that? We're going to be able to cut down costs by over 75% compared to the traditional route. We're going to cut the exam prep time down from 156/260 weeks to a focused 9 weeks. You're going to receive training remotely via Zoom. You're going to be ready to take the PMP exam within 2 weeks of course completion. Another myth buster here, you have access to convenient payment plans, one-time payment, 3 installments, 6 installments, and 12 installments. You have access to PMI prepared training materials, of course, free with sign up. You fulfill the required 35 hours of education on course completion, and you have access to the ePIMBOK guide plus many other PMI textbooks. And of course, to take the cake, you receive training by PMI authorized training instructors for the PMP certification, such as myself. So what does KDEL's PMP certification fast track program include? You will sit for your PMP certification by April 2026. You'll be ready for your PMP exam in less than 10 weeks. You have study materials at no cost. You have accountability twice weekly touch points until the program ends. You have your PMP exam questions at program end and assistance with PMI documentation at program end. At the bottom of the screen there, you're going to see a link to the description on our website for more information. Please feel free to whip out your phones and utilize that QR code on the bottom left of the screen just to get some more information as well. And then while I talk to you about, remind you about the value, feel free to take a screenshot or just capture that URL there. That will lead you to our landing page. You can now enroll for the January 2026 PMP cohort. Remember, as I said, that cohort allows you, equips you and your team members to do the PMI work, to achieve efficiencies, to do more with fewer resources, including your personnel, to be more structured during your planning and execution stages of your programs, and to meet and exceed stakeholder expectations. Once again, this is Dr. KD Ewulu. Thank you for joining me. And I'm going to leave this on the screen to give you a chance to sign up your team members and yourself for the PMP certification fast track coaching program coming up on January 21st, 2026. Until I see you then, cheers and take care of yourselves. Bye for now.